That's true.
Hey, this is a really quick intro. A few days ago, I tried to land. Right, what did I actually do? I'm trying to create, that's what it is. I'm trying to create the Sully challenge, which is where you take off an Airbus A320. In this case, it's a 321 because that's all they've got in as standard in Flight Simulator, and I haven't installed any of my aircraft yet. So I've got an A321, and the Sully challenge is ideally you climb to 2,800 feet, 2 minutes after takeoff, shut down both the engines, and then see if you can get the aircraft onto one of the local runways. Either return to base or over the Hudson to Teterboro, which was one of the ones that was suggested at the time. I can see reviewing this, it's good actually to have the opportunity to edit this video, because going back and looking at it again, I can see my mistakes. And since I had this first go, which I hopelessly failed on every attempt, I've looked at one of the checklists, and it looks like for a situation like this, you set flaps 3 below 3,000 feet, which is something I didn't do. And it's very noticeable going back on the one go where I think I did use a bit more flaps, which was the one where I returned back to the takeoff runway. Looking back, when I went back to the when I just basically looped around and tried to land back on the runway that I'd taken off from, I was actually too high, and the plane just wanted to keep flying. And then later on, where I'm using, I think, flaps 1, as soon as I put the gear down, the aircraft just it slows down so much that it can't fly anymore on flaps 1. I think that's what's happening. So yeah, this one I guess is for, this is quite a long video, and I make multiple attempts at the same thing, and it doesn't work out. But I used to be able to do this. I'm really out of practice. I've never tried this exact challenge. There used to be one that I used to try. I think it was an Airbus, and it was I'm sure it was an Air Transat Airbus that lost both engines at about 40,000 feet and managed to land on the runway on the Azures. And I used to practice that all the time. And rightly or wrongly, I think I remember that I can't remember what flap setting I used to use, but I used to kind of almost like the space shuttle, sort of put the nose down, pick up a bit of speed, and then put it down on the runway. Speaking of the space shuttle, I've downloaded Nick's Space Shuttle Simulator, so fingers crossed if I can get that working again in FSX, then be some practice landings. There'll be some practice shuttle landings coming up soon. But yeah, I probably should try and complete the Sully challenge first. Okay, that's it. If you like Flight Simulator, I don't know, if you're into flight simulation, please subscribe. Please like this video. Comment below. Tell me, I'm sure somebody will tell me about all the mistakes that I'm making. So yeah, go ahead. Thanks a lot. Bye. Setting up for the Sully challenge, we have Airbus A321. It should be an A320, but there isn't an A320 as standard in FSX. We're taking off from LaGuardia, runway 4. The weather, broken clouds, visibility 10 miles, wind speed 8 knots from 290. Current time and season 3:25 p.m. on the 30th of January 2009. The plan is to eventually get the aircraft airborne, and I'll probably save it in the air somewhere near where the failure occurred, and then I can then have repeated attempts at trying to land it at one of the local airfields, and that's the Sully challenge. So right now I'm going to set a heading of 45 degrees, which is roughly the runway heading. And the altitude that I need is 2,818 feet, I think. 2,818 feet. Which I think I'm just going to have to put 2,800 in. Okay. So, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Right. Oh, what happened there? Okay, and what next? Open OBS. So should really be just a couple of minutes into the flight. Oh yeah, failures. So let's, I'm going to have to keep the menus open for this flight because there's so much going on. So I feel like I want to have flight director. I'll put autopilot and auto thrust on shortly after takeoff. Flaps are fully retracted. 737 complete engine failure. Flaps setting. Oh, it's not 737. A320 engine failure flaps. Here we go. What is the procedure for a dual engine failure in an A320 at very low altitude shortly after takeoff, about 1,000 feet? Or additionally, will any procedure realistically save an aircraft? Specific checklist. Oh, where's the checklist? Well, oh, aviate, navigate, communicate. Is that right? Every pilot is taught that in an emergency you fly the plane first and everything else is secondary. Aviate, then communicate. Okay, let's just let's go fly. So really for me this is a test flight just to see if I can get the aircraft flying straight, level, and on the autopilot. So here's an interesting thing. We've got 3 green lights here on the landing gear and a wheel which is down. Views. What do I need? Aircraft failures. So I'm going to set the engines to fail. Ah, fail them in 2 to 3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes. That'll work. Complete failure, engine 1. Oh, armed. Fails in 2 to 3 minutes. Fails in 2 to 3 minutes. Wait a minute, did they have... I think they lost both engines. They lost both engines, didn't they? I'll have to check that now. Both engines shut down. Okay. This is pretty good, I think. See if we can get in the air. Let's get OBS open. And I would like to have... I'd like to have the GPS open as well. Hello? Let's go fly. got a heading 045, an altitude of 2,800, and a vertical speed of 1,800. Is it gonna... Nope, it's just gone straight through. What happened there? What's going on? I think that's one of the engines shutting down there. What's going on? Completely lost control. What's going on?
Think
Wow,
rate.
I've never seen it do this before.
Pull up.
Oh, because one of the engines failed. Wow. Okay, it's 2 minutes. Pause. I'm too high. Fail both engines. Yep, looks like I've lost both engines. Let's okay, I've got some. So let's have a look round. What's my... my vertical speed? Okay, it's down. Oh, I wasn't flying very fast at the time. That's not good. Any runways around? Oh, this is bad. Where's the Hudson? Over there. Oh my God, this is a mess. Runways? Nothing.
Think rate. Pull up. Pull up.
Well, I can't.
Pull up. Pull up.
Gear?
Pull up. Think rate.
Too low, gear. Too low, flaps.
Oof. Lovely. Speed 250 at the point of engine failure. There we go. There go the engines. Right, heading 225. what to do with the flaps at the moment. I don't want to lose all my airspeed. Oh. Oh. Oh, look. No. I'm closer to... Oh, that was a mistake. I'm closer to the airport that I just took off from. I've actually got plenty of time. Is my landing gear up? Yeah. Okay, how about... I want to just get back on the runway I just took off from. My God, I got loads of time. There it is. Not very safe to go in with the wind behind me. I've got loads of time. Oh, careful. Let's get the gear down. Let's get the flaps. Oh, I'm too high. This is no good at all.
Sink rate. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Sink rate.
Try and land on this road.
Sink rate.
God, it just flies and
Pull
flies,
up.
doesn't it? No engines.
Pull up.
I'm actually going to end up in the Hudson. Gears down and locked. Full flaps.
Sink rate.
Oops. Gear up. So I've lost both engines. Right, I'm going to try and get to this airfield over here. means flying this way for a while. Okay, I've got nice airspeed. Flying towards the airfield. Very nice airspeed. Put out one stage of flaps. I'm at 3,000 feet now. There's the airfield. Looks like there's a runway on this heading. I'm going to try it. I'm at 2,200 feet. I'm going to keep the gear up for now. Runway there. I'm going to give it one more stage of flaps. I'm high. That doesn't feel good. Oh, that doesn't feel good at all. Okay. Any more flaps. I think I've got
Sink
too
rate.
much.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
It was too much.
Pull up. Pull up.
I can't.
Pull up.
Okay. Engine failure. Gear up. Now I want to maintain airspeed. And I want to turn towards Teterboro. I've lost my engines. I'm maintaining my speed a bit better this time. It's too much speed. Oh god. It feels horrible. Okay. I really think I'm going to make it. I got one stage of flaps. I hope it's not too much. Flying too fast. Gear down. Okay.
Sink rate.
Okay, fine.
Sink rate.
Oh
Sink
no, no, no!
Sink rate. Sink rate.
Oh, I blew it. Oh.